Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Friday the 20th of June 2025. So geopolitics continue ramping up while US markets were closed. Yes, oversight on my part yesterday. I forgot to mention that the US markets were closed in observation of what they call the Juneteenth holiday, whatever that is. US markets were closed for the Juneteenth holiday yesterday. Trump does himself no favours. US President Trump posted on Truth Social that too late Jerome Powell was costing the country hundreds of billions of dollars. He called Powell truly one of the dumbest and most destructive people in government. I want us to have a look in the mirror. This is not professional at all, but then I wouldn't expect anything else given what he's done so far since he came in January of this year. In news, rates were left unchanged yesterday in the UK. Just go back and have a look at that. They remained at 4.25%. And today we've just got retail sales for the UK and also fully fed manufacturing. But it'll be interesting to see, having had the markets closed yesterday for the bank holiday in the US, how the markets fare today. But let's kick off, have a look at the Dow and see what it did on the electronic session during yesterday. So in the daily chart, an interesting bit of price action here with the market trading below the 50 EMA to then close back by the end of the day, and also be sitting above the 50 EMA on the overnight as well. So yesterday, the market down all of the way, no cash market to bring it back, but overnight the market has gapped higher. Will the gap be filled today? There's quite a few gaps surrounding different charts from the overnight as well. But at the moment, managing to stay above the DP, yesterday's close, and possibly going to continue to move back to the upside. The reason I say that, we've had so many down days now, we're due for a bit of a turn, and also in the longer term charts, we're oversold. So there could be a change in sentiment during today to the upside. Meanwhile, in Europe, the market still below the 50 EMA, but finding support. We're not too far off support to the left either. This is coming in at, let's just have a quick look, 22,854. So there's a bit of support there if the market does take out yesterday's low. But at the moment, overnight, like I say, there's been a bit of a jump in prices. Again, gap in this market action as well. And prices moving to the upside now. With the gaps filled, then we'll get a chance of seeing yesterday's low. But it's got to take the DP, the 20 bar moving average, just the standard one, and then the closeout there. So again, just going back to the weekly, prices sideways to higher on the overnight there. In the S&P 500, this too is also in a sideways move. You can see that. Not a lot to report there. Also a gap as well that needs to come back and be filled. They do most of the time, not 100% of course. So again, we'll just have to wait and see. UK sideways to higher despite the fact that there was no cut in interest rates yesterday. And in the 30-minute chart, we're not seeing any gap in the UK market, but we do see prices moving lower. And then once the announcement came that rates were not going to be cut, the market then moving lower before it found some buying and moved back to the upside there. Meanwhile, US dollar is sideways to lower there. There's a bit of a gap there as well. So let's have a look at the impact of this on the metals prices. You're going to be shocked. So brace yourselves. Let's bring up the silver market. So in the metals, shock horror. No surprise though, silver moved to the downside on the overnight, trading down quite sharply, as you can see there. We just bring this up here. We just traded straight down to the 89% retracement at 35.64. Watch this level here as well. Let me just get rid of this and drop this one in here. It's very important that the market holds at this level because you've got the 20 bar moving average as well, 35.44. Let's have a look at the 30-minute chart. It was all fine and dandy. Then all of a sudden in the last few hours, they decided to slam the price below 36. It may hold at this level, but I suspect not. 35.55 is going to be tested today, certainly at lunchtime when the banks fix the price for the metals. Meanwhile, in gold, not so bad for this. So obviously the gold-silver ratio has moved up. We'll have a look at that in just a second. And there's the 30-minute chart. You can see them buying back into gold. But silver, it's SmackDown Friday. I expect this to continue and test the 35, 44, if not lower, probably $35 for this one during today. Let's have a look at the gold-silver ratio. And there's your answer there. Great big gap. Market jumping to the upside. The gap will be filled, but not today. This will continue to move to the upside, and you'll see the gold-silver ratio heading back. If it takes out the high here, then we're going to see silver come under a lot of pressure on the downside as the gold-silver ratio makes its way back up to 100 there. Right, so let's have a quick look at yesterday's trades. So we had a bit of action to the downside to start off with, the market breaking the low in the pre-market session, as you can see there. And then we head into the cash market where we saw prices coming back up and then getting stuck in a sideways range before prices then tried to move back up. But treading water yesterday, you can see there we had a potential buy, that was filled, and then they slammed the price down. This happened a couple of times during yesterday, as the market, again, just there, as the market's waiting to hear what Trump's going to do. An unknown quantity, he is indeed. So another one there where it was stopped out and then reversed once more. So you can see at the moment they're trying to bring the markets to the upside. Again, notice how it comes back to the low through the mid-morning. Then we get to the Bank of England's decision. They decide not to cut rates. The market's disappointed and moves lower. And then, of course, we've got the cash market in the US closed, and prices, that's just showing that the bank holiday in grey. And then, of course, there's just the futures, which you're seeing there, which will, of course, be dominated for the afternoon as the markets trade sideways to lower as the US futures and electronic market move lower. We had potential short there. Market failed to fill that one. And then we had another one where we just slammed down, and then the market just went into a sideways move there as well. So hopefully things will pick up today as the US markets come back on stream, and a bit of news to create a bit more of a one direction in price. So there we go. That's it for today and for this week. So have a great weekend. Enjoy the sunshine, and I will see you on Monday. So as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.